needed to learn was finally how to forgive. How to finally forgive. But what if the people don't want to learn that lesson? What if you have two fools? They've discovered what they love. They are sacred fools. They are willing to take on the world and change it with their love. But no one around is willing to listen. We're in Verona, Italy. And there are two great households. On this side, the Capulets, Lord and Lady Capulet, their daughter Juliette, Tybalt, her cousin, the great swordsman, and the nurse raising Juliette, pretty much on her own. And the Montagues, Lady Montague with her son, Romeo. And Romeo has a bunch of pals, Benvolio, Mercutio. He goes running to the friar whenever he's got something exciting going on in his life. Two households, both alike in dignity. And that's the problem. There's been a feud going, an ancient feud between these two households. So long has it been going on. Each day, one family killing one from another, the next one waking up and killing the next day another, back and forth and back and forth. They've forgotten. If you look at the original text of the play, there's no hint of how it actually started. No one remembers how this hatred started. They just live it every day. It's mindless. It's in their lives. The prince has ordered both households to calm down. No fighting in the streets, but yet, walking around with swords, Tybalt, Mercutio, Benvolio, the fighting happens anyways. And you'll see that this beautiful love story starts with a great fight in the streets and threats from Princess Bliss for them to never pick another fight in the street again. Well, the Capulet household has decided that they want to get even more power to beat the Montagues. How are they going to do it? They're going to marry young Juliette off to a relative of the prince, royalty, Count Paris. They're basically going to sell their daughter off to the Count in marriage and get more power in Verona thereby. So, they decide that they are going to hold a grand ball at the Capulet estate, a masquerade ball where everybody's in disguise, and introduce Juliette to Count Paris. Well, the Montague boys, who have no business at the Capulet household where he killed, get a hold of the invitation list to this Capulet ball. And they get themselves in. They sneak into the ball, disguised, and there Romeo sees Juliette presenting herself to Paris. And Romeo falls instantly in love. So much so he steps into the dance and begins to dance with her. Romeo, a Montague, dancing with Juliette? They get just a moment to talk together. The nurse disrupts everything. The party scatters, and Romeo doesn't know what to do. He sneaks into her orchard. He sneaks into the orchard of the Capulets, sees her at her balcony, and they have a beautiful moment of sharing their love together as they talk about potentially getting married. Through the friar and the nurse, they do secretly get married. Romeo and Juliet, Capulet, Montague, married. The friar thinking that this will finally bring everyone peace. But Tybalt, the swordsman, cousin to Juliette, recognizes Romeo at the ball, feels dishonored by his presence in his home, and goes looking for a fight. And at that point, everything starts to fall apart. I won't tell you how it ends. But if the lesson of The Tempest was forgiveness, then the question of Romeo and Juliet is, what's it going to take to get to that world of forgiveness? Because this time around, everyone, there are no magic spells. There's no sorcerer who can just snap his fingers. There's no Ariel who can show you who you are and teach you a lesson. There's none of that. There are no magic spells this time. There are no quick answers. It's just us. Just us. Can we get there? these two sacred fools are going to change the world without the magic, just themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, Romeo and Juliette.
This time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel you approach? Speak, nephew. Were you by it when it began? The fiery tumult began with the sword prepared. Where is Romeo? Saw you him today? I'm glad mine is not its fray. Madam, an hour before the worship sun peered forth of the golden window of the east. So early walking did I see your son. Many a morning hath he been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, and adding cloud to more cloud with his deep sighs. My noble aunt, know you the cause? I neither know it nor can learn of him. Can we but learn from whence his sorrows grow? See where he comes, Please you, step aside. I'll know his grievance, or be much denied. I would thou hear true confession. Good morrow, cousin.
The day so young.
But you struck 9.
I mean, sad hours seem long. Was that my mother that went it so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Tell me, in sadness, who is that you love?
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near when I suppose you love.
Right good Martha. Rosalind, she's fair in love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz is soonest hit.
Well, not hit you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Diana's wit.
What? Then she has sworn she will still in chase?
She hath.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how to think forget.
By giving liberty into thine eyes, examine other things.
Farewell. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll bet I can, or else die in debt.
But saying over what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world.
She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let her summers wither in the pride. Then we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, a happy mother's maid.
And too soon not, as that so having made.
But woo her. Gentle cares. Get her heart.
My will to her consent is but a part, and she agreed within my consent and fair according books. This night I hold an old custom feast, which I invited many guests, such as I love, and you among the store. One more, most welcome, next man of more. Go, Sirrah, find those persons out whose names are written here, and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here. I'm soon to find those persons whose names are here writ. And can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned. Good time.
Tunt, man! One fire burns out, another's burning. One pain is lessened by the other's anguish. Take thus a new infection to the eye, and the rank poison of the old shall die.
Good end, good fellow. God, good end. I pray, sir. Can you read? I.
by my teeth be it spoken. I have before. She's not yet 14. How long is it now till Amistad?
A fortnight, an odd day.
Come Eve night, she shall be 14. My Susan and Juliette, God rest all Christian souls, were the same age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me. But, as I said, come Eve night, she shall be 14. That shall she marry. I remember it well, just since the earthquake, now 11 years. For then she could stand alone. Nay, for the Holy Cross she could run and waddle about. But the day before, she fell and broke her brow. And then my husband, God be with his soul, a merry man, took up the child. Yea, Poppy, dost thou fall upon my face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit, wilt thou, Jewel? And by my holiday, the pretty ones with crying said, I.
Enough of this, I pray thee. Hold thy peace.
Yes, madam.
Yet I cannot choose but to laugh to think that
She should be crying and say, I. Yea, quoth my husband, thou fallest on my face. It stinted and said, I.
And stint thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace, I have done. Thou was the prettiest babe ever, nurse, and that I lived to see thee married once, I'd have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very thing I came to talk of. Now tell me, daughter, Juliette, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
Oh, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother, much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady. Lady, such a man as in all the world, but he's a man of wrath.
Verona's mother hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast, and read over the volume of young Paris's face, and find the light writ there with beauty's pen. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him only lacks a cover. So shall you share all that he doth possess by having him, making yourself no less.
No less.
Speak briefly. Can you like the Paris's love?
I look to like it, looking like a move.
Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl, see happy nights to happy days.
Let the measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure, and then be gone.
Being heavy-hearted, I'm not for the family.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar low common bound. Whoo!
We mean well in going to the Capulet Mass.
But 'tis no wit to go.
Why may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I!
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed, sleep, while they do dream things too.
Oh, but I do see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little atomies. Athwart men's noses they lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the fairy's coachmakers. Her wagon spokes of long spinner's legs, the cover of grasshopper wings. Her whip of cricket bone, the lash of the film. And in this state she gallops, night by night, we love her braids and then they give her blood. This is she, the very man who plats the manes of horses in the night and makes foul, brutish hairs with elf locks. This is she!
Peace, Mercutio, peace. Talk for nothing.
No, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain and are less consistent than the wind which blows.
And this wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done,
Montague. Now, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
How now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that has hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, the villain Romeo!
Content thee, gentle fellow. Let him alone. And to say truth, were only granted with him to be a virtuous and well-governed, I would not for the wealth of all the captain here in my house doom this fair. Therefore, be patient, let him alone. It is my will, the which if thou respect, put off these frowns and ill-beseeming sentiments for peace.
It fits Mr. Villain into death, will not endure it.
He shall be yours. Am I master here, or you? Go to.
My uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go tell it! You are a saucy boy!
Patience perforce, willful call of meeting, makes my flesh tremble, the different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall no seeming sweet convert to bitter gall.
The Marazza!
The Marazza!
The bread for her sake. Move not from my prayer to Then have my hand the sin that they took, sent to my lips. Just thus speak the urge to give you my sin again. You kissed by the book.
Madam! Your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother? Her mother is lady of this house. She is a Catholic. Away be gone, the sport is at the best. Aye, so I do.
I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman? His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of King Henry. My only love sprung from my only hate? Come, let's away. Strangers are all gone. Can I go forward when my heart is here? Romeo! My cousin Romeo! He is wise, and on my lie hath stolen home to bed. I ran this way and left the orchard wall. Call out, Mercutio! Romeo!
Humors, passion, madman, lover. Appearest thou in the likeness of a sign?
Romeo!
Speak with one rhyme and I am satisfied. Private eye me. Pronounce love and dove. He heareth not, he stirreth not, he moveth not. Romeo, good night. Come, Benvolio, shall we go?
Go then.
For 'tis in vain to seek him here, that means not to be found. Ugh.
He jested scars and never felt a wound.
Soft. Like you when it breaks. It is the east, and Juliette is the sun. Oh, it is my love, it is my lady, that she knew she were. I me. She speaks. I will answer. Thou art too bold. good night.
Thou wilt not leave me so unsatisfied.
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I didst give him mine before thou didst request it. And yet I would for to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it to thee again. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliette! Nana!
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. I call among this. Soon Montague be true, stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night! I fear being a night's soul but a dream. Dear Romeo,
If that thy vengeance love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow.
Nana!
Anon! But if thou means not well, I do beseech thee.
Nana!
Bye, come! Tomorrow will I send.
So thrived my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worst want thy light.
Romeo! At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send for thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will love thou 'tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me sound it to thy remembered. Juliette!
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thy nights. Peace in thy breast. Hence will I prefer our Lord's cell. His help to crave and my happiness to tell.
The gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night.
Checkering the eastern cloud to the eastern with sailing light. I must fill this wicker basket cage of ours with baleful herbs and precious these flowers.
Oh, wondrous is the powerful grace that lies within herbs, plants, and stones and their true qualities. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this, being smelt, with that part cheers each part. Being tasted, slays all senses with the heart.
Two kings encamp them still, in grace as peace and rude will.
Good morrow, Father!
But at easy then. What early tongue so sweet salute me? Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Therefore thy earliness doth thee assure thou art uproused by some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I get it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last was true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline? My ghostly brother, no.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been, then?
I'll tell thee ere thou ask me again. I have been feasting with my enemy.
Be plain, good son.
Plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Margaret. We cannot conclude and make exchange of that vow. Tell thee as I pray. Ask. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis! What a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies, not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes.
I pray thee, chide not. She whom I love doth grace for grace and love for love allow.
In this respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove, to turn thy household's hatred to pure love.
same time. Distance and proportion.
Spade!
The very butcher of a silk button.
Oh, here comes Romeo! Here comes Romeo!
Bonjour, Signor Romeo. You gave us quite the slip last night. What slip did I give you? A counterfeit, sir.
I pray you good, Mercutio. My business was great. And in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
You speak as though you had to bow out.
Meaning the courtesy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it. Is this not better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable? Now art thou Romeo? Now art thou what thou art?
Good morrow, gentlemen.
Good even, gentle lady.
Good evening, fair gentlewoman. Gentlemen, can you tell me where I may find young Romeo? I desire some confidence with you.
Ooh!
She will invite him to some supper.
So hard!
So hard! So hard!
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell. Lady. Lady.
Now, four guys so vexed that every word about me quiver. Scurvy knaves. Pray you, sir, a word. My lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye, ye should lead her into a fool's paradise. As they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. But the gentlewoman is young, and therefore, if you should deal double with her, truly it were a very ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman and a very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good heart and thy faith, I will tell her as much. Lord Port shall be a joyful woman.
Nurse, what wilt thou tell her?
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a very gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her to guide some means to come to confession this afternoon. And there she shall, at Friar Lawrence's cell, be joyfully married.
She shall be there.
Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
Aye, 1,000 times.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. Oh, that is not so. Oh, she is lame. Old folks, many famous if they were dead. Unwieldy, slow, and heavy, as pale as lead. Oh God, she comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news?
Oh, I'm weary. Give me leave a while. Fly, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I.
Nay, come, I pray thee speak.
Hey, Sue, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Can't you see I'm out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Is thy news good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You do not have to choose a man. Romeo, not he. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I.
In faith, I'm sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love? What says the of our marriage?
Your love says I'm an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant virtuous. Where's my mother?
Where is my mother? She is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou reprise it. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is my mother?
God's lady dear, you so hot. Henceforward your messages yourself. Nurse, come.
What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to confession today?
I have.
Then go you
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen. Amen.
But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy.
Juliette, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like wine, and sweetened with thy breath the snake for air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter. My true love has grown to such excess, I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
Come with me, it will make short work.
Brave and Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot. Capulets abroad. If we meet, we shall not escape a brawl.
Thou art upon Jack and thy mood as any Italy. Thou art so moved to be moody as moody to be moved.
And if I be so apt to quarrel, as thou say, by my head, here comes the cat when I feel it not.
Gentlemen, could den a word with one of you?
With one word with one of us, couple to something. Make it a word with love.
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort. Doth thou make mistress of us? If thou lookst make mistress of us, look to hear nothing but discord. Here is my fiddlestick. Here is what will make you dance. Zoom's consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place, and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all men's eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes make gaze. Let them look. They will budge for no man's eye.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
How many names these any man of yours?
Romeo, the hate I bear thee could afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Sybil, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse me at opportunity rage to such a greeting. Ill am I none. Therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst despise, until thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Captain, which name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
How cruel this awful false position. Come on! Rat captain, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Oh, but your dear cat's but one of your 9 lives.
I am for you.
Come, sir, look this auto.
Sybil, Mercutio!
Mercutio!
Mercutio! This Mercutio, put thy sword down.
I have hurt. Like a hope your house is quite sped. Is he going to have nothing wrong? Go, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, courage cannot be much.
She's not the bus as the church door. Falls deep as a well. This is not for some. Why the devil came between us? I was under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into my holy son, I'll touch it. Billy! They have made wounds beyond me. I have an insanity too. A plague on both your houses.
Mercutio! My very friend hath got his word from earth on my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that now hath been my kinsman, O sweet Julia.
prey.
O noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies Tybalt, slain by young Romeo, that slew our kinsman, the brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my nephew, my brother's child, of the blood that spilled, Prince Astham were true, from blood of Marcia and blood of Montague.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, you're slain. Whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, bade him but think how trivial the quarrel was, and urged besides your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt. Death to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel and full Mercutio's breast, who, all as hot, turns deadly point to point, and with a martial scorn with one hand beats cold at the side, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold friends! Friends part, and swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio. And then Tybalt fled, but by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and to it they go like lightning, for our eye could turn to part them, with stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague, affection makes him false, he speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt, Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him, he slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince, he was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes with the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately do we exile Romeo hence.
My friend!
And will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste. Else, when he's found, that hour is his last.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, and bring in coming night immediately. Come night, come Romeo, come thou day and night. Give me my Romeo. Oh, here comes my nurse. How no, nurse, what news? I mean, what news? Why dost thou wring my hands?
Will a day? He's dead, he's dead. Romeo, Romeo.
Hath Romeo slain himself?
I saw with my eyes.
Oh, break my heart!
And Tybalt, best friend I had.
Is Romeo slaughtered and Tybalt dead?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he's banished.
Oh God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. Alas, today it did. There's no faith, no trust, no honesty in men. Shame come to Romeo.
Blisters be thy tongue for such a wish! He was not born to shame! Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit!
Will you speak well of him that he killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him? That is my husband! Tybalt is dead. Romeo, banished. Romeo's banished to speak that word. There is no end, no limit, measure bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. And I, a maid, that maid
prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment. Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banishment is banished from the world. The world's exile is death.
O fruit unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banish it. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture, not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may live here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. He is banished.
Hear me but speak a word.
Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, and love as I am, like me banished. Then mightest thou sleep, and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure but unmade grave.
Arise! One knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself. Run to my study, by and by. I come, I come. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, Holy Friar, tell me, Holy Friar, where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he's even in my mistress's case. Stand up, for Juliet's sake, for her sake. Rise and stand.
Nurse, speakest thou of Juliet? How is with her? Does she not think me an old murderer?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps. And Tybalt calls, and then our Romeo cries.
Is that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman? Who tell me, friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge?
Hold thy desperate hand! Thou hast amazed me by thy holy order. I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady too that lives in thee, by doing down hate upon thyself? What? Rouse thee, man! Thy Juliet is alive, there art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend, and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights up upon thy back. Go, get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence, and comfort her. But look thou, stay not till the guard be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live until we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou winst forth in lamentation. Go before. Commend me to thy lady. Bid her hasten all the house to bed. Romeo is coming to her.
My lord, I'll tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sleep prepare to tide.
Here, sir, a ring my lady may give you, sir. Make haste, for it grows very late.
Go hence, good night, and here's how things stand. Either be gone from Juliet before the watch be set, or else, by the break of day disguised from hence, sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your servant Balthazar, and he shall carry you from time to time every good thing that chances here. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good
Farewell.
night.
Farewell.
has fallen out, sir, so unluckily, that we have had no time to move our daughter.
Look, you, she loves her kinsman Tybalt dearly. It's time to woe, for no time to woo. Madam, good night. Remember to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she is mute of to her heaviness.
Lord Paris, I will make desperate tender of my child's love. What? Go you to her, ere you go to bed. Acquaint her of my friend Paris' love. And bid her, mark you me on Thursday next, she shall be married to this noble captain. We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two, for hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly. Therefore, what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I will that Thursday or tomorrow.
Romeo. God pardon him. I do with all my heart.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, then weep no more. I'll send you one in Mantua, where that same venged Romeo doth live. Shall give him such an unexpected dose of poison that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. Then I hope thou wilt be satisfied. We'll let that pass. I come to bring thee joyful news.
And joy comes well in such an needy time.
Mary, my child, next early Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman of the county Paris at St. Peter's Church shall happily make thee a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. Tell my lord and father, madam, that I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it will be to Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris.
how? Will she not? Does she not give us thanks? Unworthy is she that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful for what is meant to show your love.
How now? How now? Chop logic! What is this? Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but feather your fine joints against Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag you on the hangman's cart!
Wait, what? Are you mad?
Good father, I do beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage! Disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church o' Thursday, or never again look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. Why, we scarce ought to bless that God had lent us this only child, but now I see this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her.
God in heaven bless her.
Pace your rumbling
You
bow!
are too hot.
God's breath, it makes me angry. Day, night, hour, time, tide, work, play, alone in company, still my care hath been to have her worthily matched, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, to answer, I'll not wed, I am too young, I pray you pardon me. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart advice, and you be mine, I'll give you to my friend Paris, and you be not hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee.
Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away, delay this marriage for a month, a week.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word.
Oh God, nurse, how shall this be prevented? Has them not a word?
Faith, and here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then, since the case stands as it now doth, I think it best he married the Count Paris. He's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish cup to him. But an eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. Be sure my very heart, I think you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first. Or, if it does not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good it were as a living here, and be no use to him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul, too.
Amen.
What?
Go in, and tell my lady I have gone, having displeased my father, to Friar Lawrence's cell, there to make confession and be absolved.
Mary, I will. This is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked thieves! Go, counselor, thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Out to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
Thursday, sir. Time is very short.
My father Capulet wills it so. I'm not so slow to slack in his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind.
Immoderately, she weeps her Tybalt death. Now, sir, my father Capulet finds it suspicious that she don't give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom
Sir, here comes the lady.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, love of Thursday next.
What must be shocking?
That's a certain text.
Don't you make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you do love him.
I shall confess to you that I love him.
He so will. I know you love him.
My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shields I shall bestow confession. Juliet, on Thursday early I will rouse you. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Weep with me, past help, past cure, past help.
Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the comfort of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may postpone it. On Thursday next, be married to this county.
Do not tell me, friar, that thou hast heard of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If, in thy wisdom, thou canst give no help, do thou recall my resolution wise, and with a knife I will help it presently.
Hold, daughter! I do spy a kind of hope.
Oh, can you leave rather than marry Paris?
Hold, then. Go home. Be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no breath, no warmth, no pulse shall testify thou livest. Thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridal party in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Thou shalt be borne to that same ancient tomb where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, before thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I shall watch thy waking, and he and I shall bear thee hence to Mantua.
Give me.
Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send Friar John with speed to Mantua, to your Romeo.
Love, give me strength.
How now, my headstrong? Where have you been gadding?
Where I will learn me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests. Pardon, I beseech you.
Send for the county. Go tell them. They'll have this knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the county pair shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear that thrills through my veins, that almost freezes up the heat of life. Come, Myra. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no, this shall forbid it. Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
Mistress Juliette, why, ma'am, my lady, why, love, I say, madam, sweetheart, my bride. What, not a word? I need to persuade you, lady, lady, lady. Alas, alas, help, help! My lady's dead. My lord, my lady. What noise is here? Look, look. Oh, heavy day. Juliette. Juliette, wake up. Juliette. Juliette. My child, my only life, revive, look up, or I will die with thee.
For shame, bring Juliet forth. Her lord is come.
She's dead. Alack the day she's dead.
She's cold. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon sweetest flower in all the field.
Oh, lamentable day!
Come, is the bride ready to go to church? Ready to go.
But never to return.
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day! The most miserable hour that ever took soul! Never before was seen so black a day as this. A woeful day! A woeful day!
Alack, my child is dead, and with my child, my joys are buried.
Quiet now. Disaster is not cured by such carrying on. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all. Everyone prepare to follow this fair girl unto her grave.
Tell now, Balthazar. Dost thou
of 20 men. It would dispatch you straight.
Farewell. Juliet's grave. For there must I use thee. Here's to my love. True apothecary. Like Dr. Quay. Kiss. Die. Romeo, speak. I cannot. Cruel poison! What means my lord death is in thy face? I thought thee dead. No. I'll kiss thy lips. Happily some poison gets on the table. My lips are warm.
Juliette!
Yea, noise. Then I'll be brief. O happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest, and let me die.
What a pitiful sight!
People in the streets cry Romeo. Some Juliet, and all round with open outcry toward her monument. What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Why? Look, our daughter bleeds.
What man is in this pressed forward holder to a grave?
Friar, what happened here?
Say at once if thou dost know of this.
Romeo, their dead, was husband to Juliet. I married them. Their secret marriage day, whose Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city. For Romeo, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to stop her grieving so much, betrothed and would have married her by force to County Paris. Then she came to me, and with wild looks bid me to devise some means to rid her from this second marriage, or in my cell there would she kill herself. Then I gave her a sleeping potion, which brought on her the look of death. Sent I a note to Romeo to tell him that she was safe, but my note went astray and came back to me. Romeo heard of Juliet's death. He came to this cell to die and to be with her. When she awoke, she went to be with him. Capulets, Montagues, look what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds a means to kill your joys with love. All are punished. All are punished.
What a price we have paid for our hatred.
Oh, Sister Montague, give me thy hand.
Such a small sacrifice for our hatred. For victims of our enmity.
Son, for sorrow will not show its head. Go hence, to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was there heard a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Incredible job taking on just a masterwork and 9 of you to do it. Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely. That was incredible. Let's clap for every one of you. Please step forward. Griffin, you'll start us off with your name and the parts that you played.
I'm Griffin 70. I played Mercutio, Paris, and Friar John.
I'm Tara Koch, and I played Lady Montague and Nurse.
I'm John Gallagher, and I played Lord Capulet.
My name is Cinziana Tamian, and I played Juliet.
My name is Suzanne Gallagher, and I played Romeo. And the ace, and I played Lady Capulet.
My name is Wyatt Hills, and I played Prince Aeschylus and Friar Lawrence.
I'm Magdalena Tamian, and I played Benvolio and the creepy apothecary.
I'm Brenda Baird, and I played Tybalt, Samson, and Balthazar.
If we have any of the students from the Tempest who are still here, come on up and form another line right here as if you're taking the bow as well.
All right, well, amazing, amazing. I'm Rebecca. I was back running lights and sound. I co-own the company with Stuart. Been doing this for 15 years. That's great. But yes, thank you so much. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for all the driving that Mary's husband did to support her. I can't speak, his book. Thank you to our amazing backstage crew. Also not really speaking very good English because this is our 3rd day. Some of these kids have been with us for 3 days straight. And these are long days. They start at 8 a.m. and go till about 11 p.m. But yeah, amazing. So we
have interns coming from our senior program, helping backstage Miles, who graduated last year, did the program for 14 years, I think, 13 years maybe. And then the new director this year, Mary, who's amazing teacher and director, loves this, loves your kids. And let's see, our fabulous intern with the fabulous hair over here, Brenda. So while she was doing this part, she was every Friday, all day, supporting the earlier classes as an intern. I understand she already left, but Danielle was our helper for the afternoon classes. Wonderful. Ashley helped in the morning. Lisa Gorski, whose kids graduated years ago, but we can't get rid of her, and I want to. I love her so much. She is so amazing, and all the moms know that. She's incredible. She's still gorgeous. For having us, and all the parents. And we love you so much, and we're so appreciative of you letting us do what we love by having your kids in our program. And thank you. And thank you to all the families that came out, friends, kids from other programs. You know who you are. Hello. They're awesome. They give me friends. And we have classes coming up in a couple weeks. We're doing a history improv class, regular improv class, master class, a family Shakespeare class for all ages, performing and acting together. Summer camps coming up, programs all the way from Mammoth, Santa Barbara, down to San Juan Capistrano, and everywhere in between. I don't sleep. And I think that's everything, other than, like encouraging you to...
Is there anyone here from last night, 12th night, or as you like it?